All right. Hello again, everybody. Happy New Year, and thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Erin Schwartz, and I am a marketing manager here at iHire. I would like to welcome you to today's premium member webinar, to today's webinar and live demonstration, Jumpstart Your Job Search in 2021, 10 iHire tools to get hired faster. In a moment, I'll turn it over to our speaker, Lori Cole, Customer Success Manager at iHire. Lori is a certified career advisor with over 20 years of experience in staffing and recruiting in the online world. At iHire, Lori directs the customer success team, the outplacement team, and the career advisor team. She is always looking for ways to make life easier for our job seekers. We'll be answering questions at the end of our presentation, but please feel free to submit your questions at any time using the Q&A tool at the bottom of your screen. And don't forget to keep an eye out tomorrow for a follow-up email with a recording of today's live demo. And with that, we are going to kick it off with a poll. What are your job search plans for this year? We'll give you about 30 seconds. All right, some exciting stuff. Lots of you searching right now, which is great and gives us a great segue into our presentation because no matter what your job search plan, you will be able to start using our tools and templates today to jumpstart your career in the new year. All right, Lori, over to you.
Thank you so much, Erin. So today we're going to show you the top 10 tools on our website. Some of these tools are for basic membership tools, and some of the tools are for our premium members only. So if you're a basic member and you're interested in upgrading to premium to using some of these tools, we'll provide you with some details at the end of the presentation so you can take advantage of a premium trial offer. I'm going to provide you with a lot of information very quickly today, but don't worry because as Erin said, we'll send this recording to you tomorrow. So the first thing we're going to look at is the portfolio because it all starts with our portfolio tool. All job seekers on iHire can create a portfolio and it's free for all of our registered users. This is a place where you can manage and maintain and store all of your career information in one place. So think of iHire as the cloud where you can store your resumes and your cover letters, and it's very handy for you to be able to come back and find those things the next time you're starting a job search. Setting up your iHire portfolio is as simple as uploading your resume. On this one, I've already uploaded a resume, but I'll show you how to do that in an upcoming slide. Then we pull the information from your resume and we automatically add it to our portfolio section here. We'll add it to the necessary fields like the work experience, job titles, education, and skills. The information in your portfolio will be used to create custom resumes and custom cover letters. So let's take a look at how this works. We're in the resume tab of the website, and each one of these sections has a green add button, and it asks you to enter some information in each of these sections and save your changes. There's the green add button. We have a lot of drop-down menus. We just ask you to fill these things out, or we pull them from your resume if you already have an old resume that you can upload. Same thing for titles and summaries. Enter a job title and maybe a summary description of what you're looking for. That will go on your resume. And for skills, we offer you some popular skills that you can add and choose from. You can also set your level of expertise with these skills. And then the X would delete those skills. And just be sure to save your changes along the way. All right, so the next step is number 2, our resume builder. So the resume builder allows you to craft a resume from scratch using the step-by-step tool. You have a variety of templates and resume types to choose from. And you can also opt to make your resume searchable so that employers can find you in the database, even if you're not actively looking for a job. We also have professional resume writing services, and I'll show you where to find that. Our premium members can receive 10% off on these resume writing services. So again, we're in the resume tab of the website. This is the My Resume section. And this is where you can build from your portfolio. You can upload a new resume by searching your laptop or your desktop. You can also drop one in from Dropbox, Google Drive, and this is also where you would hire a professional. Our professional resume writers are all certified and they do a fantastic job with these resumes. But for right now, I think I just want to try to build one from my portfolio. So I'm going to say add, build from the portfolio. This gives you all of the different templates that we have and a description of each template, entry level, hybrid, functional, and chronological. You can also hover over and preview what those resumes are going to look like up close. So I like this one. I'm going to select it. I select my title and the summary. I select my education, my work experience, achievements, affiliations, and skills. And if there's something here that you don't want included on the resume, you can always unclick that blue checkbox. And just like that, like magic, it created this beautiful resume for me. I'm always so impressed with this. So it created this resume. I really like the way that it looks. And so now I'm going to save it. And this is the resume that I'm going to start building from and applying to jobs with. I can also make this resume searchable. You can have one resume searchable in our database. And then you can also uncheck it to make it so that employers can't find you. All right, number 3, now that we have a new resume, let's ask the experts to review it with our tool. We'll also show you how well your resume follows best practices right from within your portfolio with our resume review tool. And this is also available to all members. This helps to identify problem areas and will give you tips and make improvements on your resume. This tool can greatly increase the chances of landing interviews and getting through the applicant tracking systems. And we'll take a deeper dive into an applicant tracking system in just a couple of slides. So let's see what this resume review tool does. Again, we're in the resume section of the website. And this is the resume that we just created. There's my resume review tool, but I also want to show you that you can download, edit, and delete resumes from in here as well. But let's go ahead and review this resume. I can also choose to review another resume if I want to, but this one looks great. We're getting a great score. If it doesn't, you can schedule a time to talk to a resume analyst, or you can also review our professional resume writers. But this section is looking at all of the different sections of my resume, and it found something that it didn't like with the summary. So if you click on those, this will give you some summary tips on how to fix it, and also give you some related articles from our career advice area that will help you understand what you're supposed to be doing in that area. This also gives us an applicant tracking system or an ATS overview. This gives us an example of what an applicant tracking system might pull from your resume if it were to go through one. All right, I also want to show you tool number 4. It's a cover letter builder. This is another magic tool along with our resume builder on the website. I know we get this question a lot. People usually dread writing cover letters because they don't know what they're supposed to say. They don't know what to include. They don't know, it's a stopping point of getting people to write a cover letter. So we're going to show you on about how to build a cover letter in just a few steps here. The majority of employers do request that you submit a cover letter with your application, but we make it really easy to create one. We always recommend that you submit a cover letter with your resume unless the employer specifically has asked you not to. This is a tool that both basic and premium members can use, and a good cover letter can really make you stand out in front of employers. Again, we're in the resume tab in My Cover Letters. So you can add a cover letter from here. You can also type or paste a cover letter in here. And then we also have a iHire professional writing service for cover letters as well. So in this generator, it's going to ask you some questions. It's going to ask you if you're changing careers, if you're willing to relocate, gives you a drop-down field of the years of experience you have. It'll ask you your top 3 skills, some of your achievements, and you might want to customize each of these cover letters based on the job description. And you just say continue, and it generates this great cover letter that has some brackets for you to fill in, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute here. So I'm going to save those changes and preview this cover letter. So here are the brackets that I was talking about. I'm going to stop it right there. A lot of times you don't know the name of the person that you're submitting the cover letter to. So if you don't know the name of the person, say something like Dear Hiring Manager, or Dear HR Team, or Dear Recruiting Manager. Try to stay away from To Whom It May Concern, because that's a little bit old school and people really don't use that anymore. So we recommend that you change everything that's within the brackets, and you can also download or print the cover letter from here. So let me show you how to change those things in the brackets. You just press the pencil, which is our edit button, and then you can change things within our WYSIWYG editor here. And then you can also delete the cover letters here as well. But again, this is a good place for you to store unlimited cover letters so that you have those on file and you have something to come back to. All right, now I want to talk about applicant tracking systems or ATSs. And you've probably heard a lot about applicant tracking systems. You'll have a great resume, you'll have a cover letter, but you really need to understand what an applicant tracking system is. And that's what our next tool will help you with, is our iScore resume match, and why this will be so important to you. So hiring managers tell us that they screen an average of 150 resumes per job opening. So they're always trying to find effective ways to screen out the resumes. So they use these applicant tracking systems, which is basically a computer program trained to do the first round of screening with these resumes. So it only sends the most qualified people to a live person for review. Over here, this represents the 150 people that are coming in for this one particular job. And these resumes are all going to go through this applicant tracking system, artificial intelligence computer program, and it's only going to give the hiring manager a handful of people to look at. In fact, applicant tracking systems screen out 75% of the candidates that come in. So that's a lot of people that they're screening out. So we want to make sure that you make it into that 25% of candidates that do get looked at by a live person and a hiring manager. So that brings us to tool number 5, our iScore resume match tool. So this tool helps you to keyword optimize your resume, and it's one of the most valuable tools available to our premium members. It compares the keywords in the job description to the keywords in your resume, and it gives you a score. If you build your resume from one of the templates like we just did, you'll have the ability to optimize your resume for each job with just a few clicks based on our suggestions. And I'll show you how that works because it's so cool. But just remember, if you don't build your resume with one of our templates, you won't see that option. So if you just upload a resume and you're looking for that optimize button, you won't see it because it wasn't built with one of our templates. And remember, 75% of candidates are screened out in that applicant tracking system process. So we want you to sail past those applicant tracking systems and to land more interviews. So let me show you how this works. I'm in the search tab of our website, and you'll see that we have a resume match score, and it's telling me what skills are matching and what skills are missing from my resume. So I'm going to work on this catering sales manager job. I'm going to see if I can get that 79% up. So this is my score. This is that optimize resume button, and this is the resume we just built. So I'm going to optimize my resume for this particular position. First, I want to know a little bit about what I have included on my resume and what's missing from my resume. I can also score another resume from here too. So I'm going to click this optimize resume button. And if you have these skills, then you should check them off. If you don't have the skills, don't check them off. But I'm going to pretend like I have all of these, and I'm going to check them all off. And this shows me the skills that I selected that it's going to add to my resume. And then I click the next button. And that just took my resume score from 79 to 100%, which is fantastic. And you'll see where it put those skills. It put them in the skills section of the resume that we just made. And so it didn't take very much for us to get that resume score up at all. And I can either save the resume with these changes, or I can save it as a new resume. And then I'm ready to go back and start applying for these jobs. So I can apply to this job from here, and I can use the new resume that I just optimized. Tool number 6 is save searches. So now we know how to build, score, and customize your resume. Let's look at how you can search for the right job. Remember that basic members have full access to any job on our site that has a company logo in the job description or a label of quick apply, direct apply, featured, or sponsored. So premium members, however, have full access to all of the jobs on our site. And many of these jobs are curated by our dedicated content team from over 30,000 sources daily. This ensures that you're seeing all of the most relevant, verified, and legitimate jobs in your job search. The next demo will show you how to search for jobs in your desired location, create saved searches and alerts using our powerful tools. Again, I'm on the search tab of the site, and I'm going to search for jobs by title, restaurant manager for this one. You can add a keyword, but you don't have to. Add a location or leave it blank if you want to search nationwide. You can add a distance radius and then do this search. So this is telling me that I have 84 results, and I can save this search. I can give it a unique name. It'll save all of my filters, and then I can choose how often I'd like to receive these email alerts. And I can save that, and then it's really easy to come back and run these saved searches by just clicking them. So I wanted to run this remote work search, and you'll see it has a remote work tag. Or we also have tags for temp and seasonal jobs as well. And here's that direct apply button that I talked about earlier. Over here, we start to get into some of our filters. So I wanted to stop this for a second to explain it. Each one of these filters will filter down the results of that larger search that you just ran. So this particular filter shows that I have 20 jobs in the last 7 days that are new. So if I click that filter, you'll see that this number 20 returns 20 results up here. And then it also changes the numbers for the filters down below. So you'll see restaurant manager here has 7, kitchen manager has 1. So I just wanted to point that out. You can filter by career title, you can filter by experience level, you can filter by company name. I found this really cool job at SpaceX that I wanted to look at. So that's a temporary job, seasonal. But there's all sorts of filters that you can do. So start with a broad search and then filter down using these filters on the side. You can also, if it's just too restrictive, you can go back and unrestrict it by unchecking those filters. And you can also save these searches. Just give it a unique name and save it. Number 7, the iMatch Preferences and Career Explorer. One of our biggest differentiators is our iMatch job matching technology. And our platform is constantly learning about your preferences based on your behavior on our site. With this tool, you can optimize your search by indicating your job preferences. You can tell us the skills that you'd like to use in your next job, and we will even recommend jobs based on what your skills and your job preferences are here, and we'll send those alerts right to your email box. Our Career Explorer tool also gives you the ability to switch easily between our job sites that are relevant to you. So let's show you how this works. We're on the Job Preferences tab, and I can put in new titles. I can add my own title by typing it in, or I can choose from the suggested titles. I can also X out of those titles if I want to get rid of one. Same thing for skills and credentials. I can add new skills here, and we suggest some popular skills and popular credentials for that job. And it's as simple as clicking on them and then just saying done. We also give you the ability to I add negative skills. So a negative skill would be something you don't want to lose or use on your next job. So let's say I don't want to use the CPR certified skill on my next job. So we're going to screen out all of the jobs that have CPR certified as a negative skill for you. We also give you some other options about, do you want to work remote? Would you consider relocation? And you can also add additional locations to your preferences. So let's say I like Miami, but my home's Jacksonville, so I'd really like to look at jobs there too. And I can make either one of these primary, and I can add multiple locations. So if you're looking and open to relocating in 4 or 5 locations, you can do that. This is our Career Explorer tool. So iHire has 56 industry-focused communities. You may not know that, but here is a list of those communities, and you can easily find the ones that pertain to you by entering a keyword or a skill or a job title. But this gives you all of the information about each one of those communities. So I'm going to go back, and right now I'm only registered on iHire Hospitality, but I've always wanted to be a chef. So I'm going to click chefs, and it registered me on the iHire chefs site. So I can go to iHire chefs from there, and I can start looking for jobs on that site. And then up in the upper left-hand corner, we have a toggle so that it makes it easy for you to switch back and forth between sites. Your username and your password, if you're a premium member, even a basic member, you have access to all of these sites, but premium members would have access to all of the jobs on all of the sites if they pertain to you. Number 8 is our salary research tool. So this is available to both premium and basic members. We pull data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics to show you salary ranges in a specific job title in a specific location. You can search for matching jobs from those job titles as well so that you can negotiate a fair salary. So let's show you how to get to that tool. You'll go up to the More tab on the website. Then you'll make your way down to Salary Research. We allow you to select occupation or a career title. Since I am a restaurant manager, I will put that on my salary search tool. And now it shows me the location, the high, median, and low salaries in that location. But let's say I want to see if Jacksonville is any different. So I can enter that desired location and go to that. We also have a salary and an annual wage chart that you can toggle back and forth between. And then you can also search available jobs nationwide and start using those filters again to narrow it down to what you want to see. So again, the way to get to that is the More, and then go down to the Salary Research tool. Number 9 is one of iHire's best kept secrets, and it's our extensive library of MOOCs. So I should have done a poll of, does anybody know what a MOOC stands for? But I'm going to tell you, it is a massive open online course. And a lot of them are free or very low cost, and they're educational resources for you as job seekers. So you can pinpoint the precise skill that you need to help advance your career, and you can find one of these online courses or MOOCs that's right for you. And if you do take one of these MOOCs, don't forget to add that coursework to your resume. The way that you find these MOOCs on our website is again up here in our More tab. Make your way down to online courses. And this is a searchable database of these classes. So this is just a little bit more information on these classes and what a MOOC is. We also recommend these courses based on the website that you're currently on, or you can do a search. So let's say I want to learn a little bit more about hotel management. I do that search. And now this gives me all of the different platforms these courses are on, the different providers. You'll see some really prestigious universities on here. The cost, whether it's an advanced or other, and whether it's self-paced or a scheduled course. So I really wanted to see the free courses. So I click this luxury management course. And this gives you just a little bit of information. Now, some of these courses will ask you to pay a little bit to get the actual certification, but that's not necessary. You can still take it for free. And this takes you to the location where you can enroll, learn more about these courses, what it takes, the amount of effort, get the syllabus, and then find out more about your instructor. And the way to get to these is at the More button on the top, and then online courses. And finally, number 10, our premium members have full access to a dedicated career advisor. And I am one of those career advisors. We have a team of people at iHire who are very good. And you can schedule a 15-minute one-on-one coaching session with us. And we can help you with any job topic that you have. Anything that you might be having trouble with in your job search right now, we are trained and ready to help you with that. We can give you tips on resume advice, how to use the site, how to use some of these tools that we just went through so quickly, and a lot more. We also have plenty of career advice articles and tips and templates in our resource library. So if you have a question, you may find an article in our career advice library that would speak to the topic that you're looking to talk to one of us about. So you're welcome to do either one of those things. So let me show you first where you can find your career advisor. On the home page of the website, you'll see your career advisor, and this just gives you an idea of some of the things that we can do and allows you to book a 15-minute coaching session with us. So from here, you can schedule a call, and it takes you straight to my calendar, and it'll show you all of my openings. But if I'm not available when you need me, you can also schedule a call with one of the other advisors. You can also just ask us a quick question by email. So you can click that ask your advisor a question, and we're happy to answer it by email. Here's our career advice area. And here are some of our recent articles. But I want to view the entire area. So here is the searchable database. I'm going to input the word interview, and this will bring up all the articles that have the word interview in them. So let's see what we can find for salary. So here are a few articles about salary negotiation, and I want to do this step by step because it has a worksheet associated with it. So here's the article. There's the worksheet. You can also, this links to other articles within our website, so you can start going down a rabbit trail on a different topic. But you can download these templates. Again, this is free for basic and premium members, and just download those templates and use them to help you negotiate a salary. You can also get to this section by using the More tab and the Career Advice section. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Erin for her recap.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lori. So these features and tools that Lori went over today are just a few of the tools that we have available to help you find a job faster. In addition to some of those premium perks that we've showed today, so iScore, Career Advisor, the ability to apply to all jobs, 10% off resume and cover letter writing services. You'll also receive featured applicant status to stand out in front of employers, an ad-free experience, and exclusive live monthly webinars like this one, with Q&A sessions designed to help you get hired faster. Keep in mind that we're always evolving our features and products based on feedback from you, the job seeker. So if there's anything you need in addition to what we went over today, or if you have an idea for a great new tool that would make your job search easier, you're always welcome to share that feedback with us. Contact form. You can reach out to your advisor, or you can call or email our customer success team, which will share that contact info here at the end of our Q&A session. All right, so heading right into our Q&A. Thank you to everyone who submitted their questions during our presentation, and please feel free to continue to submit them as you have them. All right. How often can I meet with my career advisor? Is there a limit?
There's no limit. As often as you need to, as often as it makes sense for you to meet with us, you can do that. You can schedule those 15-minute appointments. Usually we would like to see some progress in between those appointments. So if you are meeting with us about your resume and you want to make some changes on it, then we would maybe ask you to do a little bit of homework between now and the next time that we meet.
Am I able to find out if an employer views my resume or at least receives my application?
With the jobs that you apply for that live on the iHire website, you're applying directly from our website to the employer, then yes, from our website to the employer, then yes, you're going to get an email when the employer has opened up your resume or sees that apply. But some of the other jobs, as we talked about, we curate from over 30,000 different sources. So the job that you're applying for may not live directly on iHire. It may live out on another job board, or it may live out on a company website. So we don't really have control or know specifically when those employers have opened your resume.
If you have a long employment history, how far back do you suggest we upload into our portfolio? For example, if I have had a 25-year career, do I only upload the past 10, etc.?
That's a good question. So you can upload everything, but we usually recommend that you only go back 10 or 15 years on your resume. But what you can do is, as you're building, let me just go through and do this. As you're building this resume, it's going to ask you, let's get to that section. It's going to show all your different jobs. So you can enter all your jobs into the portfolio, but you can say, I don't want to do this one. I want to exclude that one from my resume, so that when you actually build your resume, it won't show on your resume at all if you unclick it. Same thing for the skills. I know I went through that really fast, but you can also unclick these skills. It doesn't mean that you lose those skills, because you might want to come back and do another resume that does include this food safety and the catering and the loss prevention. So you can click and unclick those to generate these custom resumes.
Does your professional resume service include preparing federal resumes?
I believe we do have experience with preparing federal resumes. I know that they're a different type of a resume. And so the best thing for you to do is reach out to your career advisor and we will put you in touch with one of the resume writers, and we can discuss the best path forward for that.
Are there free online courses available?
There are free online courses available. Let's go back to that section. So let's just use this hotel management again. All right, so over here on the left are our filters. So this is the platform they're on. This is the university or the school that's providing it. And then here's the cost. So if I click that free button, you'll see over here, it's free. And let's just click into one of these. Here's a little information. And when it's free to take the course. In this case, if you want the actual certificate that you can hang on your wall, you would have to give them the $149 for that. But it's free to take the course. And nothing would stop you from putting that on your resume that you've taken that course and who you've taken it through. But you probably would, if you were asked specifically about it in the interview, you probably would want to be honest with the interviewer and say, I didn't pay the $149 for the actual certificate, but I can go back and do that if you need me to, if that's make or break for getting this job. But you can take all of these classes. It's just that some of the classes, not all of them, do ask that you give them money for the actual certificate.
Does a premium membership on one iHire community give you a premium membership on all iHire communities?
It sure does. Yes. And your username and your password, whether you are a premium or basic member, works on all of our iHire communities. So you can still go in and log into all of our iHire communities with the same username, the same password, and you have access to those.
Some really great questions we're getting.
Yeah.
Do you set up accounts for recruiters to use the iHire database to search for candidates?
Yes, there's nothing that stops a recruiter from coming in. We do actually have some dedicated account managers for ad agency and recruiting firms, and we have this searchable database. If you'd like, afterwards, you can reach out to us and we can put you in touch with one of those people. But yes, recruiters do search our resume database all the time.
What is the best approach to handle frequent job changes?
Well, I think that I would probably refer you to, are you talking about, I'm assuming that you're talking about the best approach for your resume. If you would want to reach out to your career advisor, I would really want to take a look at your resume to see how frequently of a job changer you are. Are you talking about every few years? Are you talking about every few months? That would make a difference. And I would just hate to lump all of that together in one answer without knowing a little bit more about your situation or seeing your resume. But we do have some career advice articles that would probably address that for you, and the best resume style to use for a frequent job changer. Maybe it's not your typical chronological resume, maybe but it's more of a functional resume, so that we're not focusing so much on your job history. We're focusing more on the experience that you bring to the table.
Does the resume builder support multiple positions at the same company?
Yes, it does. Yes. They
Does,
would just, I'm sorry, um, you'll have to play with it a little bit. You'll have to experiment with the way it looks when it comes out on the builder. But yes, it will support multiple positions at a company.
does iHire provide jobs in public policy or government jobs?
We would have to go on to the directory and look. It depends on what the job title is. But again, if you want to reach out to an iHire career advisor, we're happy to help you one-on-one to try to narrow it down to the right websites for you that would have the type of jobs you're looking for.
I know we talked a little bit about how to handle frequent job changes, but Lori, do you have any advice to share for job seekers that may have gaps in unemployment? For example, is this something that left in a cover letter?
Yes, so you can share that in the cover letter. We also have a brand new article out. I just saw it on the career advice area about handling gaps for COVID. How do I address COVID related unemployment during my job search? So this would be a prime article for you to reference. But we also have other articles handling employment gaps and how to explain employment gaps.
I'm finding that some job alerts are not targeting the right types of jobs. Do you assist with targeting more appropriate jobs for my job alert?
Absolutely. So if you get a hold of your career advisor, we can help you do that. Sometimes it's just a matter of resetting these job preferences a little bit different. Sometimes it's a matter of setting up a saved search for exactly what it is that you want to do. So yes, we can definitely help get that targeted in and narrowed down for you, because there's nothing worse than getting these job alerts and it's not the right type of job for you. So we want to make sure that we're sending you all of the right jobs.
I noticed that the sample resume you created had years of experience on it. I was previously told not to include this as I am considered an older applicant. What do you recommend?
Well, we recommend that you go back 10 or 15 years um, on your resume. When you say years of experience, are you meaning like I have over 20 years of experience as a management person? You can do that. You can still say that. We do kind of recommend that you don't. And I probably in this particular resume, I'm going to have to go back and look at it now. Let's see what it said. Okay. Yes, I don't think that this one said that it had a certain number of years of experience, but if you can stay away from that, I would, but sometimes you just have to say it.
Are iHire career advisors industry specific?
We are not. We work with all 56 industries, but we do have some advisors that are more well versed in, let's say, the marketing. I'm very well versed in the construction and the healthcare. But I speak to all of these industries as we all do, because a lot of the questions that we get aren't really industry specific. Most of the time, the questions, the things that we're helping people with are, help me with my resume, help me with my job alerts, help me with my cover letter. And those things are all sort of universal. So not dedicated to each site, but we do have people that that work more in technology and work more in marketing, and we tend to send those people their direction.
What is the best trick to get your resume to the top of a search for an employer?
Get that resume score up. If you can get that 100%, I'll tell you what, before we had this resume optimization tool, I saw resumes mostly in the 70, 80% range. Sometimes I would see a 90%, but with the resume scoring tool and using our templates and being able to add those skills to your resume, I see more 100% now than ever. And that is really important because remember, the applicant tracking system is comparing the keywords in the job description that you're applying to the keywords in the resume that you're using. So the higher you score, the more of a chance you have of getting into that stack of resumes that the live hiring manager will screen.
Can you leave out the years of education so that it doesn't date you?
Yes, absolutely. Just make sure that it's consistent with your LinkedIn profile. If you're not putting it in your resume, don't put it in your LinkedIn profile. But yes, certifications and achievements or awards, I see a lot of times they'll have, the person will have optimized their resume over the last 10 or 15 years, and then they'll put a certification or an award they won back in the 80s, and you don't want to do that. So you can definitely include the school, include the degree or the certification or whatever that is, but you can definitely leave the dates off. So many good questions.
We've got quite a few people asking about our premium membership. Lori, would you mind just demoing where they can try out premium if they're interested?
Sure. So on this particular person, she's already a premium member because we can see this iHire Career Advisor. But on your home page, on the home tab, it will say something around this area that says become premium or try premium. The other thing that where you'll really see it is if you do a job search and you find a job that is not a premium member job, it'll ask you there, it'll give you the opportunity to do the 1 week, $1 trial. So it's very easy to become premium. And really, the three reasons to become premium. Us pulling jobs from 30,000 sources all over the internet, that saves you from doing it. You don't have to know where all those sources are. We know all of that for you. So we're putting everything into one place so you can spend your time doing the search on our website, changing your resume and applying for jobs. You're not skipping around to multiple different job boards and trying to find those jobs. The iScore resume match, so valuable for a premium member, just so that you know what words you need to include in that resume so you can keyword optimize it to get through the applicant tracking systems. And then also to have this extra level of support for Career Advisor. That is also very good.
right. I think that is about all we have for today. Thank you guys again so much for joining us, for your amazing questions. We will be sending a follow-up email tomorrow with a link to a recording of today's webinar, in addition to some links to some of the sources that we talked about today and to help answer any additional questions. Again, if you ever have any questions about iHire, you can always reach out to our customer success team by emailing customersuccess@ihire.com. And as a premium member, you always have access to schedule 15-minute calls with your career advisor. Keep an eye out for our premium member webinar. Try to say that 5 times fast. In February, we'll be sending out invitations in a couple weeks. And I think that's my spiel. So thanks again, everyone, and have a great day.
Thank you, everybody.